Life struggles, happy moments, bad times, and unforgettable memories.
Join us as we talk about our lives and share a laugh or two with us as we bring you along on our crazy journey called life. Welcome to Two Wives, One World.
Hi, welcome to Two Wives, One World. This is our first episode.
Hey everybody, it's Cass.
And I'm Nikki.
And we are Two Wives, One World. We are excited to be here. We're so happy to be doing our first episode. We hope you guys checked us out on Facebook. Hopefully that's how you found us. If not, I'm glad you found us. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and we also have a YouTube account, so check us out on YouTube too.
Yes, we will post the links to that below.
And if you like us, you can subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you make sure that you stay tuned to all of our episodes as soon as we post them.
Yes, because you're not going to want to miss any of this. It's going to be great.
Yeah, so should we talk about how this is our second time recording this podcast?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yesterday it took a little bit for us to get on because we had to figure out how to upload the promo and that, but now that we kind of have that under wraps, it's like, okay, let's start. So we started and everything was great.
And then I went to convert our video because when we record, it records video instead of audio. I went to convert the video to audio, and it wiped everything before I had a chance to make a backup. So here we are recording this for a second time.
Oops, but that's okay because I love talking to you, and it just makes me more excited to do it over and over again.
I agree. I was excited today to record this again, even though we did it last night.
Me too. And I think that's just going to be the way it's going to be every week, honestly. I think every week I'm going to look forward to this, and I can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Yeah. So what about whenever we posted our promo yesterday? What was that like?
Oh, it was cool. At first it was like, okay, what are we going to use for the video? How are we going to get this going? How are we going to advertise ourselves? So we mixed all that up in iMovie and shared it, and with a couple of trials, we finally got it down pat, and let's see, if we check our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/2wives1world, you can check us out on there. It looks like our first post got 92 people and 19 engagements, and altogether right now, our page has, Nikki, go ahead and hit us with a drum roll. 54 likes!
Whoa, that's awesome. As soon as we posted it yesterday, we were both like on top of Facebook, like, oh, we got 1 like. Oh, your mom commented on this. Which, shout out to our moms, because I'm sure they will be our biggest fans for sure.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm wrong. 62. I apologize. We have 62 likes on Facebook.
Oh, that's even better.
But our moms are going to be our biggest fans. I hope maybe someday they'll get together and listen to it together.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That would be great.
So speaking of podcasts, what kind of podcasts are you listening to right now?
Right now, I have up on my Spotify a podcast called Lore, Lore, and it's a bi-weekly podcast about dark historical tales. Ooh. It's tragic events, mysterious creatures, and unusual places that fill pages of history. And it's basically kind of like a creepy, scary, like, ooh, how did that happen type podcast. And it's kind of freaky because there are times where I don't really think it through. Like, it's 1 a.m, dark outside. And, here I am listening to this podcast. It freaks me out. There are times where I'm like, all right, I got to turn this off. I was like, I can't sit here and do this. I'm freaking myself out. I'm going to think somebody's knocking at my door when they're not. But it's awesome. If you guys are into the suspense type stuff, the historical stuff, definitely go check that out. It is awesome. I know, Nikki, you listen to more of like a beauty, lifestyle type podcast that we actually talked about earlier today. What is that? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the podcast that I love listening to is called Sierra Unfiltered. She's very body positive, and her best friend Skylar do it together. She also has a YouTube channel, which is
Ooh.
how I first heard about her in the first place. So if you're really into like body positivity and just getting down to like the nitty-gritty of life, like she does not hold back anything. I love her and I love listening to her. So I would definitely check her out. And going off of the scary kind of podcast, I also listen to, it's called 2Girls1 Ghost.
Ooh.
They tell different like ghost stories and then tell things that have actually happened to them. I actually just listened to one, it was called, have you ever heard of the Dear David ghost story?
I might have. I don't know.
So it's like this little boy that comes around midnight to like 3 o'clock, and he'll like show up in your bedroom, and you can say, Dear David, and then you can ask him 2 questions, and he'll answer them, but don't ask him 3 because then he'll kill you, and you have to say Dear David before.
That's terrifying.
It is.
Oh my gosh. Remind me to not watch that before I go to bed.
So me, being me, I get scared about everything. I've been staying up till like midnight, and I have to pee because you always have to pee before you fall asleep.
Every time.
So I'll get up at like 12:30 to go pee, and I will not look in any mirrors. I won't look into the living room because I'm afraid like I'm gonna see this ghost.
Ah, that's scary.
Yeah. But yeah, they're really interesting, and they're actually 2 friends that do their podcasts far away from each other too.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that's so cool.
If you guys don't know, I just got married a month and a half ago, and I stayed in kind of like in our hometown. I'm like 45 minutes away from it. I live in Pennsylvania, and Cass moved away and left me.
I did. And I actually realized today, like it really hit me today that I moved because I got my Kentucky driver's license.
Yeah.
And they took my Pennsylvania one from me. I just wanted it as a little, something to look back on, and they just took it.
That's so sad.
So, I know. But I'm in a small town called Hodgenville, Kentucky. It's where Abraham Lincoln was born.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
Everything around here is like named after Abraham Lincoln, so it's pretty cool. It's a fun place. But there's another place around us here that it's like a 15-20 minute drive, but it's a nice area. If anybody has ever been to Altoona, Pennsylvania, it's kind of like an Altoona, Pennsylvania of Kentucky. It's got some nice stuff. It has a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh.
And the food's so good. And Olive Garden, and Chick-fil-A, and Zaxby's, and all of that fun stuff. But maybe we're going to have a food episode talking about, our favorite foods and trials and tribulations in the kitchen and all of that fun stuff.
Girl, you can't say Olive Garden and not make me want breadsticks.
Oh, the breadsticks are so good. Ryan doesn't really like them.
Justin doesn't like Olive Garden either. He doesn't like Olive Garden really at all.
No, I don't know what it is. I think what it is God just knew that you and I were going to love it so much that he was like, all right, this is going to be a Cass and Nikki thing. Like, I'm going to make the guys not like it. So Cass and Nikki can go and just eat so much.
So
and the breadsticks are pressed.
Does Ryan like Chinese, Japanese kind of food?
Oh, yeah.
Like ramen?
Chinese. Yes.
Good. Him and Justin can go to a ramen shop and we can go to Olive Garden.
That sounds good to me. But anyways, Justin, that's your husband, right? Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about you so, our listeners or viewers kind of know a little bit about you.
So, Justin and I are high school sweethearts. We started dating our junior year of high school. We didn't go to the same high school. He went to school about 45 minutes away from where I went to high school. We met online, and we moved in together last June, and in November we decided that we wanted a dog, so we bought this cute little corgi and we named her Joy, and she's about to turn 1 year old, and I just love being a dog mom. It is
Aww.
the most amazing thing. Like, I'm sure people out there that have, like, kids are like, yeah, just wait until you have a baby. But I'm not ready for that yet. Like, I'm okay being a dog mom right now.
I'm not either. I'm not. But anybody that has not seen Joy needs to see Joy, because she is so cute. Her little tail wagging.
Yes.
She's just so cute.
Yes, I actually have she has an Instagram account, because I just want to post pictures of her all the time, and I don't know, I don't want to annoy everybody, so I just made her own account so I could post pictures of her every day. But
that is amazing.
If you want to see her Instagram is Joy BT Corgi on Instagram.
Aww. Guys, you're not going to regret it. You have to follow this page.
You will not regret it.
I get like my daily dose of cuteness by just going on Instagram. My favorite thing is whenever I open Instagram in the morning and the first picture is Joy up at the top. I'm like, oh, my heart like melts. I'm like, she's so cute. But she's adorable.
If you're interested in that, let me know. I can always link it too.
Yeah, maybe you can drop it in the box below.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Link. That would be awesome.
But yeah, I'm a teacher. Well, kind of a teacher. I'm a tutor. I went to college to be a teacher, and I got a job right after graduating as a tutor. And
nice.
If you know anything about teaching in Pennsylvania, you know how hard it is to get a position right away. So getting this tutor position was amazing, and I am on summer break right now. I actually go back on Thursday. I'm so excited to start working again. And yeah, I think that's everything about me. Cass, why don't you go?
Okay. I'm Cassidy, for some of you that for some weird reason call me by my full name. I am a wife. I love to write. I've, like I said, moved to Kentucky from Pennsylvania. It was crazy. I was in a long-distance relationship for 3 years. We got married. Ryan's my husband's name. He's the light of my life. I love him. Aww. Shout out, Ryan. But I won't go on too long about him, because we're going to have an episode specifically for them. So we don't want to spill the beans too much about our loves. But right now I'm not working. I graduated in May from Clarion University. We went to the same alma mater.
We did. We both went to
high
Clarion.
School and college. So right now I'm looking for a job. If anybody has any openings and you're listening, hit your girl up. But yeah, I'm basically just living the life this summer. It was really hard planning a wedding and going to school and trying to work and keep a social life. So it's like these past 2 months that I've kind of gotten to wind down and take a load off, because it was like, there for a while, it was like my brain constantly moved and moved and moved. So being down here and kind of getting a break has been amazing. I'm hoping to get a job where I can do social media or advertising, or do something where I can like put my words out there. I would love to be able to write a book or something, but you never know. But as long as I can do something in the world to kind of reach out to people, and I don't know, I think I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're great with words in general. Like this podcast, I couldn't do it without you.
Oh,
honestly.
Thank you.
You just, like I said, you just have a way with words, and you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
But other than that, hopefully Ryan and I will be getting a dog soon. Hopefully. I'm really crossing my fingers, because I'll tell you what, it gets lonely here sometimes, and it would be the greatest if I had a dog in here with me.
I agree.
I'm really crossing my fingers, and then maybe we'll have a dog episode. I don't know.
Yes,
that
all
would be
about
awesome.
Our dogs.
But that's basically me in a nutshell. Nikki and I we've been the best of friends since forever.
Middle school.
It's been crazy. It's so great having someone to share life's experiences with, and like having someone that's so similar where it's like, oh, hey, like I feel this way, you know, what do you think? And like, you know what to say because we're the same person.
Yes.
So it's great.
Literally, we've gone through all of life's milestones together, from like going to high school together to getting our first boyfriends together, and our first boyfriends were actually friends, which was weird.
Oh, it was so weird.
To my first heartbreak and your first heartbreak, meeting our husbands together. Well, I met Justin our junior year, and you met Ryan, what, like 2 years out of high school?
I think it was the end of 2014.
Okay.
So like a year and a half.
Yeah, so like we kind of went through that together, and then I got engaged, and then you got engaged, and then
which I was not expecting.
No. And then she got married June 1st, and I got married June 22nd. So we very much are on the same track with everything. And watch you get pregnant and then I get pregnant at like the same time. It's gonna happen.
And then our kids are gonna like be the best of friends or like fall in love or something crazy like that.
Oh my gosh, how weird would that be if like you had a boy and I had a girl and they like loved each other and got married and then we were grandparents together?
That would be so amazing. That's so great. But anyways, talking about all that stuff, what was the way that we met? Like, how did we meet? How did that play out? I mean, there's so many people in our graduating class. How did we become such great friends?
Okay, so quick background. Our middle school was so big. We graduated with like 300 and some kids. So our middle school had teams, and me and Cass were on every team together in middle school, which was so rare, like that never happened. So, shout out to our friend Melissa. She literally brought us together, which me and Melissa have been friends since like 4th grade in elementary school. But Melissa her 12th birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
It was her 12th birthday party, and she invited me and some of the girls on our team from middle school to come at her parents' house. And, you know, I'm hanging out, just talking to Melissa, and here comes this girl talking to me about Melissa's dog, Briar, which Melissa's dog was this big, white, fluffy dog. He was the sweetest thing in the whole freaking world. And Cass kept calling him Maxwell. So we kind of me and Cassidy bonded over Melissa's dog, Briar. And literally, we have been inseparable since.
Oh man, I miss that dog. He was the sweetest.
Yes,
he was
Briar.
So sweet.
I love him.
But that was such a fun birthday party.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that was the point where, like, it's like we were only 2 years out of elementary school, so it was like we were still kind of forming our friends. But I feel like that year we were friends with so many. Like, we had a big friend group.
Yes.
Like, that was before everybody kind of went their own ways and had, like, you know, their one or two best friends. It's like everybody hung out. Like, I remember Victoria and Taylor.
Yes.
And who else was there? Me, you, Melissa.
Bella.
Who
else were we friends with? I don't even remember. Kira.
Shout out to Kira.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, I wish I could find pictures from back then, because it was fun.
Well,
and back then, it was like, we were what, like 12?
Yeah.
So it's like there was barely any drama. It was all fun. You know, it was goofing off, having fun, eating some food and ice cream, and
shoving cake in each other's faces. Melissa's yearly cake fight was amazing. Shout out to her parents, because they literally let us do whatever we wanted to at their house, and they just were like, whatever, as long as you girls are having fun and being safe.
Exactly. And I think that was another thing that made it so much fun. Or, like, all of our parents were so cool, too.
Yes.
Like, all of our parents, we have great parents.
Our moms are literally the same person.
The same. They're the same. My mom is the type of lady that is just very, you know, protective and make sure you're okay and call me and have fun. Make sure you have fun and supportive. And your mom's just as supportive as mine and wants to make sure we have a good time. And they're just so sweet people.
Yes.
They're sweet people. They're sweet.
Every time we would go anywhere, it was always like, who are you going with? When are you going to be back? Where are you going?
Yep.
And as long as I said, I'm going with Cassidy, my mom was like, oh, okay, have fun.
Yep. My mom was the same way. And it was even one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like, as a kid, I was like, I don't understand why it matters. But now as like an adult, I'm like, I totally see why it matters. Because I had some friends, won't say any names, I had some friends that were some bad influences, some bad eggs.
Oh, we're saving that story for another video, another episode for sure.
Ooh.
Because I think that should be in our throwback video.
Oh, it will be. That was
Just wait until you guys hear about this story, because it is not one to miss.
It's not. You guys are going to have to make sure you follow us and find out. But speaking of old stories, why don't we talk about some of our memories together?
Oh, okay.
Too many to count.
So, I want to start with this one. This is when I knew we were going to be friends for like ever. It has to do with the Jonas Brothers, of course, because it wouldn't be us without the Jonas Brothers. We were sitting in your dad's car. I think we were sitting in front of Martin's in our hometown, and we were talking about the Jonas Brothers, and I looked at you and I said, "Oh, I love Nick Jonas," and you were like, "Oh, I love Nick Jonas too." And I remember looking at you and saying in the most petty voice ever, "You're not allowed to like Nick Jonas because I like him." And you were so freaking sweet, and you were just like, "Okay, I like Joe." And ever since then, I was like, yes, this is like going to be my best friend.
And it was like, for me, it was like at first I liked Kevin, but then I liked Nick, and then like my all-time has been Joe. Ever since, it's been Joe.
Yes, can we talk about how Kevin is the unsung hero of that group?
Kevin is so slept on. It's unreal. Like, Kevin is so sweet and a great father, and it's like, I don't know, maybe it was because he was a little bit older than us when they were like, well, either way, they're older than us, but like in their prime as like the ages we were, maybe it's because we were about the same age as Joe and Nick, and Kevin was like 5 or 6 years older, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's why, but Kevin is so awesome.
I find him so attractive now.
Oh, glow up.
Yes.
Glow up.
Sure.
Oh, man. And I'll tell you what else makes him so attractive is the fact that he's so good with his daughters.
Yes, and his wife is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And
it's like perfect.
And you know, she's like not a celebrity either. She's like she was a hairdresser.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Did you watch the documentary?
Of course. I watched it the day it came out.
Oh, it was so good. I watched that, and at first I was like, oh, you know, I was like, I don't know. Like, the whole reason I didn't want to watch it is because it's like sometimes you watch how people are off camera in documentaries. It's like, oh, like, they're actually pretty terrible people. So I was like, I don't know if I want to watch or not. I don't want anything to be ruined. But then I watched it, and within the first, like, 10 minutes, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hooked. I was like, I'm hooked.
It was so interesting I don't know if anybody's watched it, but if you watch it, their dad was a pastor, and once they started to get big in the music industry, like, their church kicked them out. How crazy is that? Like, they had a house that the church provided for them, and they pretty much will not let them back at that house or at that church.
Because they tried to, and they weren't allowed.
Yes, because of the music industry. Like, they just didn't agree with their decision on that.
That's insane to me. I don't see how that can define someone, especially a father. And it's not like the Jonas Brothers were vulgar. You know what I mean? It's not like their songs were
like talking about drugs and alcohol and sex and all that stuff.
Right? They sung about girls, but they sang about them in a classy way. If that makes sense.
Like SOS.
Yes, burning up.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Okay, honestly, if you guys don't like to hear about the Jonas Brothers, Disney, pretty much those two are like the big things that we're into. Like, you won't be interested in this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you already, but no, you're not.
But still keep us in mind because you never know.
You can always fast forward through the Jonas Brothers stuff, but I suggest not to. But
Your memory.
There are so many, but one of the ones that cracks me up to this day, and I actually watched the video yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
I want to say it was probably 8th grade, 7th, maybe it was even 9th grade. I don't know what year it was.
It might have been 9th grade.
We were having a sleepover at my house, and it was like in the middle of the night, and we somehow got this grand idea to make this video that was basically referenced off of a SpongeBob SquarePants episode. And we decided to act out a scene with Puff Mama and Donna, which Mrs. Puff went to jail, so they called her Puff Mama. And basically, we acted it out, and I put this huge pillow underneath my shirt to make me look like Mrs. Puff. And it's insane. We'll put maybe if we get enough likes or enough comments, maybe we'll post the video. It's on YouTube. I'll say that. It's not under this account. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, and if you guys are interested and we get enough likes and follows, maybe we'll post it.
We'll post it. It's a little bit cringy to watch.
Oh, you want to see it, though.
You do. The main thing that cracks me up about it is you can hear me and you both cracking up during the video. Like, we don't even try to stop. Like,
I know.
We just crack up.
Do you love how at the end of that video, my phone just randomly starts playing the song Fireflies?
Yes!
Like, what? Didn't we record it on my NV3?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Those phones were awesome, though.
The
NVs were awesome.
They were.
If I had to go back, I would pick one of those.
I had the blue one.
Oh, I think I had the maroon one.
Oh,
the blue one was nicer.
Both cool, though.
Oh, I miss those phones. I miss the old days.
Do you remember the video that we made? So we were waiting for your dad to pick us up from the mall, because where else do you go on Friday night except for the mall, right? And the mall was closing, and your dad was, like, running late for some reason. So the cop locked us in between the two doors to get into the mall. And he only left one door unlocked so, like, we could get out. So these people kept walking up to the mall doors and trying to open them. And they weren't opening. Well, me and Cass thought it was so funny that I recorded it. So that's another video we have, too.
Priceless. Oh, don't forget to also include, at the end of that video, there are two complete psychos that are trying to get into the mall and are so jacked that they can't get in the doors.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss it. It's freaky. We were scared.
Oh, do you remember the videos we recorded for history class? They were like advertisements.
Advertisements for Band-Aids and light bulbs.
It was so bad.
Oh, it was terrible. But we got 100% on the project, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well,
it was so fun, though.
It's a good thing that he liked both of us, because we probably would have failed that.
Oh, no question. Oh, man. Are there any other memories that stick out to you?
Oh, I'm trying to think. The Jonas Brothers concert is always a good one.
Oh, that was fun.
That was, like, back when they were just, like, huge. Like, they blew up in, like, what, 2000... I think it was 2008 that we went. It was amazing.
So much fun.
You want to know one of my favorite memories?
What?
And it just happened. Like,
what?
The day of my rehearsal dinner. So, you got me this little keychain. Okay, I was going through my wedding stuff today, and I just found it. It's the cutest little keychain. It has like a compass on it, and it says side by side or miles apart, best friends are always close at heart.
Aww.
And then you, like, wrote me a little note that says, Nikki, I hope this keychain can give you a reminder that I will always be a call away, and no matter how far apart we are, we will be best friends forever. Love you, Cass.
Aww.
And I'll tell you what, I remember just, like, bawling my eyes out when you gave me that, because, like, we've literally, me and Cass only lived, what, like, 5 minutes apart?
If that, honestly.
Like, our whole lives, and you moving to Kentucky was, like, one of the hardest things ever.
Yeah, it is pretty rough. But luckily we have Skype and all that, and phone calls and texts, and I'll be up in November.
Yes.
It's coming quick. We're almost halfway through August. September, October. It's still 2.5 more months, but that's okay. It'll go by quick.
Exactly.
But yeah, I wanted to give you that because it's like, even though I might not be able to be there in person, it's like, I'm still here to call you. I'm still here to talk, and we get each other. And I think that's one of the most important things about our friendship is like, if you need anything, it's like we can call each other and talk it through and help each other and encourage each other. And that's one of the most beautiful things about a friendship. So if you guys out there can find a friend that can do that for you, don't you dare let them go.
No.
Don't you dare, because it's once in a lifetime.
Yes, if you can find a friend that will stick with you through all of your crap that you go through and all the struggles in your life, hold on to them because it's so rare, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Especially going through heartbreaks.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Ooh.
We should do an episode on heartbreaks. I feel like that would be a good idea.
We just can't use any names for that one.
Yes, no. Names would not be a thing.
But, still talking about the memories, though, I think one of my other favorite memories is just waking up in the morning from sleepovers and my dad making us pancakes.
Your dad's pancakes are to die for. I'm not even kidding. If you ever meet Cassidy's dad, just like ask him for pancakes.
Pancakes. He and the thing is he's like, he is more than happy to do anything for anyone. So I'm sure that if you met my dad, it's like, hey, come over after work and please come make me pancakes. Like, if you're having pregnancy cravings or just a sweet tooth or whatever, my dad's pancakes are the way to go. Oh man, now I want pancakes.
I'm gonna be like pregnant and calling your dad like, hey, will you come like make me some pancakes like every morning? I'm just gonna go live with your parents for 9 months.
For your pregnancy?
Yes.
I'm sure they'd be happy. Because it's an empty house there now.
Oh, I know.
Me and Shad both aren't there, so there are 2 extra bedrooms.
I don't even know how your mom is coping with that.
I know, right? It's crazy.
My mom's crazy. So my mom would go to bed at like 7 o'clock every night because she wakes up at 4 in the morning for work.
Oof.
I leave the house, I move out, and she freaking stays up till 11 o'clock at night now and goes partying. And I'm like, Mom,
what?
You mean the 22 years that I lived with you, you didn't do anything fun, and now that I move out, you do everything.
Party animal, Deb.
Yes.
Okay. I love it. That makes me happy. Well, I remember the one night we were at your place, and your mom and Coon waltzed in at like 2 a.m. We were like,
I know.
Where were you guys?
They're party animals now.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so that was our trip down memory lane. So we could go on for hours with all the stuff that we've been through together. Let's talk about why we wanted to do this. What was the big thing for you, Nikki, that really made you say, I really want to do this. I want to get this done. I want to tell people.
So I asked you to do this podcast because I don't know, like listening to podcasts just like makes me happy. Like I don't have to sit there and focus on a video. Like my mind doesn't have to focus on 2 things at once, like listening and watching. So like listening to a podcast while like cleaning or like working on homework. Well, I don't really have homework anymore, but like, you know what I mean? Like doing other things. It really is relaxing, and I feel like a podcast like we're doing, like just talking about our memories, like we have advice coming up in some of our new episodes. Like I just want to make people happy and like touch their lives. And if you know me, like I'm not a very vocal person. Like, I kind of stay to myself, and getting out and doing this podcast is big for me because I get to actually, like, voice my opinions without worrying about other people's thoughts and what they're going to say. And
Aww.
I decided to do it with you because you're my best friend, and I couldn't think of anybody else that I can literally have a conversation with for like half an hour to 40 minutes. Like, there's never a dull moment with you, and that's why this is so much fun.
Aw, thank you.
Why did you decide to say yes?
Well, you asked me what I thought about doing it, and I was like, I think it would be cool. At first I was like, I don't know how maybe it might work with us being so far away. But then it's like, okay, modern technology, you can basically do anything. So it's like, once we figured all that out, it was really, really cool for me because I like being able to talk about things, and I like giving people something to do, and it's going to be a great way for us to keep as close as we are. It's going to be something where it's like, okay, every week we're going to do this, so we at least know we're going to talk to each other on on Skype at least once a week. We at least know that. And that's besides us texting almost every day. Like, hey, what'd you have for dinner?
Right.
What are you up to? So it was important to me that we can maintain our friendship while also entertaining other people and doing something creative and being able to talk about things that maybe other people aren't as into, or other people necessarily wouldn't have a deep, in detail conversation about.
I agree.
So that's a big thing. It's just being able to get out there and growing our relationship, and just, finding something that we can listen to in 5 years and be like, oh my gosh, remember when we did that 10, 15 years down the road. Remember when we did that podcast?
Yes.
Our first episode, let's listen to it. Let's see what we said and just see how different we are. And that's a big thing for me.
I agree.
I think that's the main reasons why I did.
And I think if we can touch like one or two, even like 2 people, I would just be happy. Like, if our podcast can make them smile and make their day, like, that's all that really matters.
Oh, retweet, sister.
So with every podcast, before we end it, we want to do a rant of the day. So, Cass, would you like to go first?
Absolutely, yes.
What's your rant?
So, my rant of the day has kind of changed, and I've kind of switched it to this because I've worked retail for so long, for basically 8 years. Right now is the only time I haven't really worked retail, because I worked at JCPenney's, FYE, Old Navy, Hallmark. I worked at all these different places, and they were all retail. And I think a big thing with retail comes customers. And another thing that comes with customers is holiday shoppers.
Oh no.
So what my rant of the day is what goes through someone's mind near the holidays that makes them say, oh, I'm going to treat this retail worker like crap because it's their job to do this for me. It's their job to do that for me. It's their job to do it this quick for me and to gift wrap this and not say thank you. And it's like, it just blows my mind. Like, and I'm saying this on, behalf of at least half of retail workers. When I was working in retail, it was almost like I was so numb to Christmas, just because it felt like it was more of a materialistic, like, oh, I'm dreading dealing with the public this Christmas season, because they just get impatient and they feel entitled. And my rant is, why can't you just be kind to people?
Especially
whether it's retail
Christmas.
Or food. Right? It's like all about joy and happiness and all of that. And whether it's retail, whether it's food, whether it's a mail carrier, whether it's anybody that deals with the public at all. In the Christmas holiday, in Thanksgiving, be nice, because you never know what people are going through. And there are people that are working on Thanksgiving night so shoppers can go shop.
Yes.
So they already can't be with their family. So make that experience a little better for them by being kind and saying, oh my gosh, thank you. Or saying, how are you? Oh, I'm really good. How are you? That's all you have to do and put a smile on.
Yes, just be happy and be jolly during the Christmas season.
Exactly. But that's my rant of the day. I'm sure you have a great one too.
Yes. So my rant, it's the same one I said yesterday, but I'm so fired up about it.
Oh, let us know, girl. Let us know.
So my rant is when people think that working as a teacher in an education, going through an education program in college is easy. I was an early ed major at Clarion University, and it was one of the hardest things I have ever done in my whole life. It is not easy. My husband's making faces at me, but it's not easy at all. And anybody that's going through this, I give you props because go you. Like, keep working hard. Keep striving for your dream because in the end, it's all going to be worth it. Like I said, I work as a tutor at a school and I love my job so much. Like, I would not trade it for the whole world. But I have people who say, oh, well, you're like a babysitter, right? Like, that has to be easy. Like, no, it's not easy. Like, I work so hard to, like, teach kids math and reading. Like, I have kindergarten through 5th grade every single day. And trying to find different ways to teach kids different things in math and reading is so hard. But it's so rewarding. But people just don't understand, like, even though we get 3 months out of the year off, we need those 3 months to recuperate from everything. So if you're a teacher or an educator or just work in a school or just need to hear this, like, keep doing you. Keep striving to be the best you can because really, you're amazing.
Aww.
That's my rant for the day.
Well, my thing that kind of, like, grinds my gears about that is, like, I don't think people understand that teachers shape children.
Yes.
Teachers shape teenagers. Teachers shape adults. So for someone to say, oh, you're a teacher, yeah, that's amazing. Like, you're changing lives. Mm-hmm. You're a teacher. That's amazing. I wish I could be a teacher. I just don't have that passion. So for someone to have that passion and to be good at it, that's amazing.
I just hate when people are like, oh, you have 3 months out of the year off. That must be nice. Like, yes,
yeah, I deserve it.
But I work my butt off the rest of the year.
Oh, people. I tell you what.
I know. Okay, I'm done ranting about that now.
I know.
Just had to get that off my chest.
There will be more rants where that comes from.
Yeah, every week.
Every week. So if you're dying to know what is annoying us, you gotta listen. You gotta watch our videos. You gotta reach out to us. Let us know. What gets on your nerves? Tell us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Please comment. Let us know what your rants are. We'd love to share it with everybody and tell you if we agree with your rants or not, Because even if we don't, like, it's still your rant.
Right? You're allowed to voice your opinions. Whether or not people like to admit it, nowadays, my dad always says this. My dad always says, people don't know how to take jokes anymore, and people don't know how to have their own opinion. So you're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to rant. So do it. Exactly. Who cares if somebody else doesn't agree with you? Just do it. It's how you feel as a person. Just do it.
Go, Leo.
Go, Leo. Go, Dad.
Yes.
Legend.
So, if you guys enjoy listening to our podcast, we are going to post every Wednesday a new episode for you. So please, keep in touch with us. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know if we can do anything to make our podcast more interesting or whatever. Just keep in contact with us.
Yeah, because we want to know. We're here to entertain you. So please let us know what you think, what you want to hear more of, maybe some topics, maybe some, maybe we could do a top 10 list or something, or a top 5, I don't know, makeup brands, or top 5 movies of all time, and we can talk about our favorite stuff, and you guys can talk about yours too. But you just gotta let us know. Don't be afraid. Reach out to us. We're both very nice.
Yes, we are. We're very nice people. But I think we're good for our first episode.
Yes! And thank you guys.
So exciting.
We're excited. We're happy. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, 2Wives1World. Check us out on Facebook. That is also 2Wives1World. We are so excited to start this. We're having so much fun, and we only hope that you guys enjoy it half as much as we do, because it's so much fun, and it feels like we're on top of the world, honestly.
I agree.
It's so great.
So, like our videos on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss an episode, and I think that's it for us today.
Sweet. Sounds good. Nikki, I know I'll be talking to you, and I hope you have a great week. I hope those of you that are listening have a great week, and I hope you enjoy our world as much as we do.
This was 2Wives1World.
Bye!
Bye!